Hello, hello, hello. We are here to look at another phaser weapon. Now I want you to see, all I do is enter phaser and I hit search on these things. I'm just showing you this because some of the searches are simple, but some of the searches are not. Okay, but I'm just showing you this in case there was any confusion. What we want to look at is this hand phaser. Now this hand phaser, let's look at the mod. It's by D Magnus. Now I think this is a good mod. Okay, let me just say that up front. I think this is a very good mod. Let's see. It is not very big, 15.24 megabytes. It has its own ammo power pack, which behaves like fusion cores. Pardon me, I had to drink a little bit, but however, the packs have a larger pool, so just one can last you a good while. More can be crafted at a chem lab. Under utility, I'm not sure that's right. Seems to me that they were crafted under phaser, but we'll take a look at that. This is not the first time I've tried to do this show. I've had sound issues that have really been a pain, so I have had some issues. Anyway, so I've done videos that I had to just delete. They were horrible. Alright, anyway, so the phaser has 3 settings. By its default, it's set to kill, which is like medium. It's good damage, but not a super lot. If you go to the workbench, you can mod it to either stun. Now stun does very little damage. It does do some damage, though. I don't want you to think it doesn't. And it has a high chance to paralyze your target. High chance was like pretty often, like most of the time. And then vaporize, if you set it to vaporize, it's pretty much going to vaporize like everybody. A lot of times. Okay, I'm not going to say every time, but a lot of times. So let's see, the phaser also has a material swap mod, and you can change it from that standard, I consider it a standard black or very dark phaser looking thing, to a black and white one. It doesn't change anything damage wise, it just looks different. I personally did not like that look, but see, they liked it. See, it just looks pretty. So see, here you go. So subjective, but they liked it, so that's cool. So the phaser, like most of my other energy weapons, this is D Magnus, that's their words, can be found in the Hubris Comics building and is located in the locked storeroom near the front desk. The phaser has a bit of recoil, which isn't ideal, but there doesn't seem much I can do about it. I don't remember it having a lot of recoil, but we'll look. Maybe it has more than I remember. So, anyway, I wanted to start us off looking at the mod and reading the mod and seeing that it's by D Magnus. This hasn't been ported that I know of, unless this is just his own mod and he ported it. Again, with the he or she, it could be either, but let's face it, we know that most, by and large, most guys into games, it's mostly guys. Okay, just saying that, not trying to be mean to anyone, because I know that there are a good number of females that like games too. So, anyway, though, just saying, D Magnus, and that modder is the one that did this mod. So I'm trying to give them more credit, because a lot of times in my spotlights I don't know who the modder is because I've already passed the point where I can look and see. So in this case, it's turned on, it's ready to go. Let's get out of here and let's just go to John. I have John conveniently staged in Hubris Comics. So we're just going to go and we're going to look in the storeroom and see if it's there. It should be. I don't think we've done anything to move it. I have done a show on this previously, but I had to get rid of it due to the bad sound issue. But I think I got rid of all that. So this should have restored the pistol. They call it the hand phaser. I really consider this more the old style pistol from the original Star Trek. And then I consider a hand phaser to really be that Type 2 phaser that they have from the Next Generation, which is more of like a hand phaser. Or if you remember, at one point Spock and Kirk and them used a smaller phaser that looked like it was basically their communicator, and it was a smaller hand phaser just in their hand. It was like a little rectangle. Looked similar to their communicator. I felt like they were cheating and using the same thing for both. That's what I thought. Nonetheless, doesn't matter what I thought. Let's see. Watch out, Ada. Let's see if we can find... Oh, looky there. There it is. And I think he said this was blue and brown. I think it's blue and black, but hey, that's okay. And it's Type 2 hand phaser.
Hell yeah.
Ta-da. Looks nice. I like it. I like it. It is dark blue and black, though. I don't think it's brown, but that's my opinion. Maybe he's using such a dark brown that it just looks black to me. Nonetheless, we're going to head out of here, and we're going to go to the cheat room. I'm doing this. This is all just going to be one spotlight show because that was Hubris Comics. You know, I was showing you where the pistol is, so it shouldn't be any problem for you to find it. If you come into Hubris Comics, come in the front door, walk down behind the counter. Now you may have to kill a few ghouls if you saw the bodies in the floor, and then you go into the storeroom on the left, and that's where the pistol is. And I call it a pistol. I know they said Type 2 hand phaser, but really to me that language and lingo goes more with the next generation, but I'm really not trying to be overly picky. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever you call it. I would have just called it a phaser or a phaser pistol. Because I think in the old TV show, if I remember right, Kirk and them would just say phaser, and they specifically meant the pistols, and then if they wanted like a rifle or something, then they might say phaser rifle or something, you know. Nonetheless, so you can see I just came out the main door of Hubris Comics. Alright, so let's bug out of here. Take me to my map. The map. I feel like Dora the Explorer. And let's go to the cheat room. I will be happy if this turns out good. Like I said, I've had difficulties lately, so I hate to keep bringing that up, but oh my goodness, I've done all these things 2 and 3 times. But I think I figured out what I did wrong, and it's really not even a technical thing. I think it's just that if I leave this recorder on and I unplug or just pull out the USB drive, which I'm using a USB 3 drive. Now Ada, I want you to stand here. Stay. And then while it's still on, put that back in.
Hey, wait there.
Then it seems to cause that odd sound. Whereas if I don't do that, if I turn the recorder off and on before I remove that, then it seems to not create that noise. So we're going to try that as an experiment. That's what I'm going to do for a while. Now let's see, what can we craft here? So I'm pretty sure, let's just scroll down. We'll look and see. Hand phaser power pack. It's not under, I think they said it was under utility. It is not. See, but it is under hand phaser, which is fine. You'll recognize it immediately, and you'll say, oh, okay, I'll make me some packs. Oh, here we go. And I think it's making, well, it just says pack. It doesn't say. Nonetheless, you know, we're just making some power packs. So that's fine. And then, oh, you know what? I need 2 of these phasers. Now, the only way I have to do 2 phasers is to use my duplication. So, let me just transfer. I think it said Type 2 hand phaser. I have too much junk. I'm going to have to go sell. Anyway, so let's store that. Now we have 2 of those. Ta-da! Yes, I will take that. Thank you. So now we have 2. Now I will show you. There's not. I think there's. Whoa! You know what we need? Don't we need 3? Because we need a stun. We need a middle of the road. Let's do 1 more. because we need a stun and a middle of the road. So that was my fault, sorry. Because there's only 3 settings, you might as well see each one. Okay, so let me just do a store. Why do I have that? I will take that, but that's not what I was after. That's weird. I don't know if the game just glitched or what, but it gave me both my phasers. I saw that, so it's okay. Alright, so we're going to set one of these phasers to stun. And notice I still have the phaser rifles. That's because I'm still fooling around with everything. But I will probably let them go once I see that my videos are good. That's another thing. I'm kind of paranoid now. I think you'll notice this seems a little slow. I think my... Okay. Now you can change it to use fusion cores instead of those power packs. I'm going to change it to use fusion cores because I have a lot of fusion cores. You can change it from the kill setting to stun. I'm going to change it to stun, standard finish, or black and white finish. So I'm going to put this one on black and white. I think that's fine, and that way I'll know it's the stun one. See, it does a tiny amount of damage too, and then it has a very high chance of stunning them, which will look kind of funny to you. So that's a converted type 2 hand phaser with the stun setting. Okay, let's see what happens when we change the others. Alright, so let's see, this is a standard kill setting, standard finish. I'm going to leave that alone. I think that's fine. So I'm going to leave one like that, but one of these has to be vaporized, right? We have to do vaporize. So I'm going to leave one as... I'm going to leave it with the standard finish. So that's converted and it's on vaporize. This is converted, it's on stun, and it has a different finish. Now the other one I'm just leaving alone. I'm just going to leave it the way it is, and it's on kill. Let's get back down here. And it uses the power packs, and it has the standard finish. So let me look in our inventory. I went right by the converted ones because I want to show you this one first. This is what you're going to get right off the bat. And there's nothing wrong with this. This is a good weapon. It does... Let's see, what's the damage they say it does? It does 34 damage. Has a good fire rate and range and accuracy, so it's not bad. You don't get a big zoom, but you do get a little special thing, which I think is cool. And see, best of all, hear that? I don't know what happened to that person, but hear the sound. The sound is perfect. I mean, really, the sound is so perfect in this one. So, D. Magnus, good job. You really got the sound correct. And that's great, because the sound is a big part of the whole phaser thing. You can't have phasers and not have the sound be correct, see? If I hold it down, it just keeps firing. Now, you'll run out of charge eventually. But you can use it like a little machine gun. But you notice you're running through your charges. So, but each of those power cells is pretty good. It holds up for quite a while, and you can reload. Ta-da! So there you go. That is the kill setting. Okay, so that's the kill setting. Now let me show you. Oh, I hit the wrong button. If for any reason we get interrupted or anything, don't worry. I'll patch the video together, and if this takes too long, it won't matter. I'll do the same. So we we won't have to worry about all that stuff in the future. So this is the vaporize. Now remember, I changed this one to use fusion cores, so I have plenty. And see, it vaporizes them. Even just a short. Well, she didn't vaporize, so it must be a high percentage to vaporize, but not always. But anyway, look at this. Now he'll have to reload, but look, he just keeps shooting. And see, now he's got to reload. I have a lot of fusion cores. So there you go. Now that is the vaporize setting, and you'll notice they're not all vaporized. I thought more of them... Oh, look at that. Did he survive? I thought more of them would be vaporized. Oh, he was weird. So that one was vaporized. Maybe when you see... Oh, nope. He didn't even die. Look at that. Alright, so anyway, so that's the vaporize setting, and notice that it's blue. The beam is blue. It still has a good, proper sound. Which, if you're going to have a phaser, it should have a good, proper sound. There is a little recoil to the phaser, but not a lot. I think the phaser rifle actually has more. You know, this weapon could actually, depending on how you look at it, you could enjoy this weapon just as much as the phaser rifle. Just saying. Now here is the stun. Now the stun is not going to do a lot of damage, but you'll notice he's down. Oh, I missed him, and he's going down. It has a high stun factor. Now, can you kill them? Yes, but it takes longer. But you can kill them. But you can also just stun them, and they stay stunned for a while. Now, how long? Let's see. Let's watch and see how long it takes them to get back up. They will get back up. Wow, that's a long stun. Okay. That is a long stun. Oh, there, now he's going to get up. I was going to say, I'm like, wow, that's a long stun. Yep, he's going to get back up. Okay. Now everybody's getting back up. Surely the stun is not really that long. But it was a long time. Alright, so it's a long... long stun in a galaxy far, far away. There he goes. Okay, so anyway, you get the idea. So the stun really lasts a long time. So you have the 3 settings. You can still kill somebody with the stun setting. It's just different because they're going to fall down and you're going to have to like just keep going until you kill them. Which is fine. It's funny that you can do that, but you can. You just, oh, there he goes. He exploded into a bunch of gaps. There you go. Just like that. But you can also use the other versions of the phaser and not have to deal with that. You can use the, this is the, oh, it doesn't say it here, but this is the vaporize setting. It's really not that stronger than the kill setting. Let's go down and look at that, because the kill setting doesn't look that much weaker. The kill setting does 34 damage. And it says kill setting, 34 damage with the power pack. So, and the one I'm using is going to be the vaporize. Yeah, that's the vaporize, and I made it a fusion core. So, And it shoots the blue beam instead. Oh. How weird. It shoots the blue beam as opposed to the other. But the sound is still right. Anyway, I just wanted you to see this. This is a very good phaser weapon, and I don't know why you couldn't just... I think I'm getting a little lag because I've introduced some things into my game, and I've leveled, and I probably need to go back before I did all these mods and made all this mess. I think that's causing some trouble. Nonetheless, I just wanted you to see this weapon. I think it's worthwhile and fun. If you're a fan of the old Star Trek especially, you'll like it, but even if you're not, if you just want a good phaser weapon, you know, or something that looks kind of old sci-fi, that this would fit the bill pretty well. It's pretty nice. So, and it does good damage. It fires well as long as you hold the trigger down. They are going to have to stop and reload, and if you don't want to use the special power packs, like if you can't get enough stuff to make those or something, then you can definitely switch it over to fusion cores. And if you use the cheat room like I do, you'll have plenty of those, so that won't be an issue. Alright, so that is the converted Type 2 hand phaser, and this was by D. Magnus, and I really like this. I think it's fun. I might actually use this instead of the rifle, which I did like, but I really love the sound to this. This is so good. So, alright, thanks for watching, and oh wait, I didn't show you the mod again though. Hold on, let's show you the mod again so we know for certain what we're talking about, because the name of the mod is very important that you be able to find it. If you notice in my search at the beginning, if you just search for phaser, you will find these phaser weapons and some others. But let me show you this. Pardon me. So once I see these are successful, then I will probably remove these mods from my game. But this is hand phaser, under 16 megabytes. It's really good. I mean, I have to say that these two are pretty close to a par, depending on what you like. I think I prefer the hand phaser. And it's smaller even, and but I think I prefer it even if it was bigger. I kind of like it, and it reminds me of the classic old Star Trek, which I grew up on. So hey, you know, that's one of those things you can't help. That's just a very subjective thing. All right, so next time, hopefully, I'll be able to try the Type 2 phaser. Hopefully, everything will work out well. And anyway, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later.